PeopleCon, welcome back to Fresh Slick and Nick, episode Dirty 30 of Windsor, Ontario's finest modern millennial
3030?
3030. I love you, 3000. Nobody else saw fucking Endgame, did
I don't
ya?
know it. No.
That's what that's from?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay.
It's just a line from the movie.
But like, okay.
I love Andre 3000.
It sounds like a poorly executed line from the movie.
It's not good. Anyway,
I was just disappointed by the end of Game of Thrones, so I'm just...
No, we're not going to talk that shit.
I don't even watch
time.
that either.
It's okay, you didn't miss much.
Nobody watches that shit. This is the second online dating episode for all you spicy motherfuckers who need to know. And we're sitting here with a very special guest, a female.
Woo!
A female.
No way.
This is my good friend Sarah. Say what up to the people.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Hey, guys, it's Nicole. Yeah, and we're just going to get the female perspective on this fucking grody shit show that is online dating. So, what's up? How you doing, man?
I'm really good. It's the first time you've ever had a woman in your house, right? What's that like?
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
It's like the third time. My mom and grandma have both been here.
Gotcha. Sometimes you need help washing your back in the tub. Just need it.
This is true. This is true. All right, so first of all, last episode we had Mickey sign up for a bunch of online dating apps, and he was new to the game at the time. How'd that go, bud?
Well, I'm not on there anymore.
Have you smashed any puss?
No.
None.
Honestly, I probably matched with maybe 7 people altogether.
That's normal
and
for a guy.
they never responded back.
That's also very normal.
I get like a hey back, and then I was like, forget. And then for months, literally nothing. Like I matched, like I even tried. I even gave the phone to my coworker. I said just fucking go, and they just matched everybody, and I still got nothing.
Aww.
Oh, sorry.
I'd swipe right. I'd swipe right.
I would definitely.
You probably saw me on there and swiped left, but thank you. And it's not my game, I guess, and that's fine.
It's no one's game.
It's not anybody's fucking game.
It is a disaster.
It seems to be a shit show.
It is.
What I'm wondering is, you said that you listened to our first one. What did you think of that?
Of the whole thing in general?
Or anything that kind of stuck out to you?
Well,
Either or.
I mean, let's see, where do I start? You guys just seemed angry, man, just so angry at
Confused,
the women.
more like.
Confused, yeah. And one of the 3 of you fucked somebody's wife while the other one taped it. Like, let's just come out swinging, and yeah, that happened. So I feel like you left your listeners hanging on that, and I need to know more. I need to know more.
She's brandishing a knife now.
What about like that story? Or
Of course, yeah. I need more. You can't just say something like that. You can dip your toe in the water. You gotta dive in the pool.
Looking at you, bud.
Like diving in the pool. That was a bad night. Do I have to tell the whole story? Did I tell the whole story before?
You didn't.
No, I
You didn't say anything.
No, you just like dropped a bomb and then left.
Yeah.
It's like you took a huge shit in someone's house and then walked out the front door. Like you can't do that. Like you gotta just stick around. And be like,
Goodbye,
it was me.
It was just a weird thing that happened. And I look back at it and say, that's one of the moments where my life went completely wrong. No, I don't know. We matched on Tinder. I was talking to this girl for like a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, she never mentioned anything like that, ever. So then she wanted to hang out. So I was like, yeah. Right? Comes over, tells me she's married.
At least she was honest.
Right?
Well, after the fact, he's already
so
there.
you found this out when she was physically in front of you.
Oh, no, sorry. The day of. She said she was married. But my husband's cool with it. And I don't know, into it or something. This was years ago in my drinking phase, so everything's a little little hazy. Anyway, she came over.
That is a thing now, though. Like,
what?
Like open, really, and like
that's like a
huge
thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what to do, so she came over. I was obviously drinking, and then I talked to her because I was like, "This is sketchy. Like I'm gonna get killed.
Right.
Like some dude's gonna come through the door and just stab me."
Because that's what he's in. That's what he's actually into.
Yeah, that's what tear your face. Yeah,
Called this dual penetration.
Wow. Right in your asshole.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then so we talked for like an hour and a half, and I felt her out, and I was like, "Hey, this
Felt her
chick's-
out or up?
No, not up. Not
Okay,
not,
okay.
not up yet.
All right.
Out. And by me saying that, I mean like, am I gonna get stabbed or not? Or are you for real? She was definitely for real, clearly, because of everything else that transpired after that. Yeah, and then she dropped the bomb that she wanted to film it and give it to her like husband.
I like
So I
it.
sat on that for like 2 minutes.
Long and
I
hard,
said,
eh?
"Hey, man, why not?"
But you were on it like there was things taking place. Then she asked that, like
What do
she
you mean?
revved the engine first.
No,
No,
no.
she was just straight like
Straight up, just asked.
Okay.
if that's
Came out
cool.
swinging.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
And then, like, she was respectful, though. She, like, made sure, like, you couldn't see my face or
Sure.
anything. And then I asked, like, was it...
No, I can see your face in it.
And then, like, I talked to her about it. Can you? Because it might be online. I don't know, man.
Guaranteed.
You'd be like, oh, I know that guy's hairy chest. No, it's just
Look
like...
at the assless wonder.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Me?
And then, like, I asked her, I was like, so, like, what happens after you, like, do you guys watch it together? Like,
Yeah,
do
you
have
gotta know.
sex
You gotta
to
know.
it?
Right.
Yeah.
And she just said, no, he just, like, jerks off to it. Then I don't know. Like, I think he just deletes them.
What?
And I'm
You
like,
think? Bitch,
so
that's
you
something
don't
you should
really
know.
Like, it's already
Think,
done
yeah.
at this point.
He's got a
Oh, okay,
collage
okay.
of men's faces who's banged his wife and he'll fucking kill all of you.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's where he was going with it.
No, he's masturbating to that
Yeah,
wall of faces.
exactly.
He's
For
definitely-
sure.
No,
I
the
give
fact
that
that,
guy
that
credit.
wife's like, I don't know. Like, he jerks off to it and then, I don't know. Like, you
I
don't
think he just
fucking
he
know.
probably keeps it. Whatever, man. Like, I don't even care. Some dude's getting happy by jerking his wang to me banging his wife. Like, I don't. Who am I to judge
You
someone?
gotta give the people what they want.
You're giving You're giving a service to the community.
Yeah,
I will
I
bang your
mean-
wife and film it so you can jerk off to it.
I don't think I would ever do
You
it
live in
again.
a weird kind of community.
Yeah. Fucking. Where's that community?
Gated.
She's first it's weird and suddenly it's like, so where is it?
Where's that? Just let me know. I want to check it out.
So the other thing that
Research.
I wanted from you guys was more disaster stories because like a lot of my friends are single. We're all on Tinder and like it is just disaster story after disaster story. I could definitely write a book, but I didn't really get any from you. I wanted awkward, bad, weird first date stories, you know?
Well, Slick had an almost
Or-
awkward first date when the lady turned out to
yeah.
not be so much of a lady.
It was
Oh,
a catfish?
The transsexual.
No, it
Yeah.
was a
I was
it was a
talking-
modern political
It was a
issue.
modern political issue.
But
It-
but she left it to the last
Loosening
minute to go,
non-existent tie.
hey, by the way, I have a penis. Is that cool? And he's like, well, go ahead, you tell her.
Did I,
He was like,
did I
fuck
not,
yeah.
did I not
Not
tell
on
this
that
one
episode.
either?
You told me
Oh.
a different one.
Well, yeah. To sum it up, I was talking to this
Person,
person, people kind,
this people.
and we were getting along really well. Like whatever, it was cool, and just shooting the shit. Nothing like creepy or sexual or anything like that. And then this person asked me to go to coffee. Like right now, like right now, because I'm not doing anything. Like yeah, like I'll meet you there. I was like
Oh,
okay,
you
so I
did
grabbed my
talk about
key.
this.
Yeah, I grabbed my keys, and then like by the way, I'm transsexual. I'm like hey, by the way,
No,
I don't feel good.
because I don't really fucking know what that
Bring it off
means.
post up.
Do you have a penis but kind of boobs? Because if so, like, I'm sorry, but I like vaginas. I don't like penises. And I got called an asshole and got fucking...
Yo,
No,
since that happened to you, that shit is worse now. Like you're a straight up like transphobe and everything just for asking, like as if this
Yeah.
detail will never apply to you.
No, not at all. There's certain things that you definitely like. I am on online dating, and I always tell people that I smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes seem to be a big deal breaker for a lot of
Sure.
people. So like
Right.
before I even meet them, I'm just like I smoke. If that's a problem,
I also do that.
sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
also, if it's like, if there's a little bit of potential, which usually it's less than like 12%, but if there is that little, you know,
Yeah.
I tell them I have a child as well.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
I'm a dad, so I'm going to drop your ass if I'm needed. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Right.
there's gonna be a lot of Pearl Jam.
That has brought up there's going to be a lot of Eddie Vedder in my car and Chris Cornell with socks and sandals on.
Oh, dude.
And you
God.
get dates.
Me?
Yeah.
This dude gets more dates than anybody.
Really?
Yeah, but they don't really turn into anything. It's just like me.
Yeah,
like,
because they heard
awkward
Pearl
things.
Jam in your car, and they're like,
Who the fuck is this guy? He's from 1998. No, they turn into like really awkward friendships.
okay.
Yeah.
I got
And
a
then
lot of those.
Or
Yeah.
have you guys ever like gone on a date and like become friends with someone? Like there's someone specifically that I am like really good friends with now, and we met through going on a couple dates through Tinder, and we were both just like, you know, this isn't gonna work, but you're cool as fuck. Like, do you want to keep hanging out? And we still do to this day.
I can't say that I have.
Not surprise. Yeah, we got that.
None of those 7 matches have turned into your friends.
Come on, you're BFF.
So I feel like this episode's gonna be Fresh, Slick, and Steph. Or Sarah, excuse me. I don't know. Fresh, Slick, and Sarah.
This is why you only have 7 matches.
That's true. and like special guest, awkward corner sitting Mick.
No way, baby.
No one sits in that corner better than you do, though.
Well, thanks.
Oh, period.
You're
and
probably
awkward.
the most healthy mentally out of all of us because of that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You guys have never been to my house,
That's
so
pushing it.
that's in the
Yeah,
air.
if it exists.
It's true.
Sure. I still don't know if you live anywhere.
He just goes like to Optimus Park after this. In his Sega car.
That's why his car costs so much.
Actually,
That's all he's got.
He goes to Enterprise and drops the car off.
Thanks, guys. I just know somebody who works here who lets me take it for the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
You guys are awesome. Oh, no, I've met 0 good friends.
No,
Just
no, no.
awkward friends. Because, like, yeah.
And what do you find your biggest problem is for you guys individually when you're meeting these women? Like, you meet them, and, like, my biggest problem is, like, I love Windsor. I don't want to bash on Windsor. There's a lot of guys in Windsor that are big losers. Got like chin straps, 2, diamond earrings,
Oh,
like
sick.
live in their mom's basement.
But what are some of their
like-
negative qualities?
I want to date these
You
guys.
know, like I recently went on a date with this guy. Hopefully he doesn't hear this, but I
hope he does.
Same. He literally said to me, "I don't really like to work." Bitch, me neither. You ain't special, but like,
Really?
what do you do? And then
Oh,
he's
man.
like, "Yeah, my parents were like pissed because I was like partying in the basement. I woke them up and stuff." And I'm like, "You live at home? We're 30 years old, like."
Yeah, that ain't cool.
So yeah.
Thanks, man.
Okay, but you got a
That's true,
story.
I'm-
You got a
I'm
story.
29.
It's different.
Yeah, my life flourished and then fell apart.
Yeah.
So, no, it's different.
My biggest obstacle is just, I don't know. See, this is the thing, and I said this on the last episode. I understand y'all bitches get 900 messages a minute. So me trying to convey any kind of sincere interest, that it's impossible. It doesn't get through the noise.
Yeah.
So I know, I get that that's there, but then there's like, when it does, it's like a complete insincerity.
Oh, dude, I got a story. It just happened.
I
It just
suspected
happened.
no less.
And it's like this. It's like, it's exactly what you just said. It's like, I was talking to this girl for 2 days. This was on Bumble.
Bumble?
Oh, haven't used
And
that one.
we had good conversation.
You
I'm
haven't used
talking like,
Bumble?
No.
It's like the good one.
yeah.
Are you serious? I'm over here on Tinder.
No, you need
No.
to dead that noise, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. You guys get hook it up, man. Help me
Yeah,
out.
do it.
Help me
do it.
out.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I'm talking to this girl for like 2 days. She's cool, like just normal. Fucking, we're getting along really well. Like conversation's flowing, like whatever. She asked me on a date,
Nice.
1 o'clock for coffee. The next, like the tomorrow
This
from the
Bumble,
day.
that's appropriate.
Yeah. So I'm like, cool. So I'm out in the garage doing some work, and I'm like, oh, check my phone. I just go through my shit. I go back on, and it's just deleted user. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of that?
Maybe
Like,
she saw your sex tape.
Maybe.
hey, you never know,
And they're
right?
like, that guy's penis is really small.
I mean, like, whose dick isn't on the internet? You know what I mean? So, like, you know.
That's too real.
Yeah, so that was like there's like, I don't know, it was just weird. It's like, oh, finally, like this girl's like right up my alley, and then boom, just like gone. Like, why'd you talk to me? Why'd you waste my time?
Well,
for
I
2 days?
definitely, from a woman's perspective, have some tips for like all guys out there that like don't on your profile. Because I've been thinking about this a lot. I've seen a lot of profiles, been on online dating quite a while, and stop holding up dead animals. Okay, this literally
But
is
that's women
huge.
too. That's women too.
Huge. I fish, right? I do have a fishing picture on mine, but like I'm talking like
Shut the fuck up.
no, hold on. I'm talking dead, bloody, sliced open deer carcass with like holding like a fucking semi-automatic rifle. Like women, our biggest fear is like getting murdered, right? We're gonna go out with guys, we don't know them, we're terrified. You holding a gun doesn't fucking ease that fear for me whatsoever.
But you know what, man? There's a fucking market for that, because like I see it on the flip side. I see these bitches who are like, I'm looking for my redneck Romeo.
But how many women are you seeing like that? Like I'm talking
A
one
fair
in
amount.
every 5 men has a
Probably
big
1 in 5
bloody
women.
animal.
What I think maybe we should all try is make, unfortunately, catfish accounts and just see the difference. Like, make a male account. We should make a female account. Like, just
You could use that Snapchat filter that turns you into a woman.
I got another story.
What would it do for your beard?
I don't know. My phone is old and doesn't have the. I can't even actually download Bumble on this.
Is it an iPhone 4?
5.
Jesus Christ.
It was a hand-me-down.
No, dude, you should have seen.
Does it work in the way?
You should have seen it before that. It was literally a $20 phone, and Polaroid made it.
Are you serious?
It was
Well, I
beautiful.
don't do.
Do you get
technology.
service in the park that you live in? Or?
Well, not
He
that.
goes back to the Polaroid story.
No, he's in the alley behind my house on Wi-Fi.
I get service, but
Same.
not phone service.
Speaking
Gotcha,
of
gotcha.
catfish
Whoa.
accounts, I got a story. Another story. Well, this happened to me a lot. There's
Remember
this,
after
like,
we did the last episode, and you're like, "I'm never telling another story."
Yeah, well, now I feel like I have to.
You
so.
have to. You have to.
So I'm on POF. Like this was like a while ago.
Ugh.
I get this
POF
message.
is the worst.
Oh, it's terrible.
It is so.
The graveyard.
I get this message from like looking for me or something. I'm like, okay, it's spam, right? Obviously, everything's spam on that site. So I open it. Hey, what's up? This is like I'm like, hi, just to test
Sure.
if it's, it was a real person. Then we're talking. I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't know, maybe like their pictures were set to private, right? Like I was like, what's up, and then they straight up out of the blue, like out of nowhere, just goes like, "You want to get your dick sucked?" And I'm like, I just
Do
realized- I'm like, "You're a guy, aren't you?" And the guy goes, "Yep." I'm like, dude, I literally read a paragraph. I'm like, you can't just do that. You can't make a female account and just ask guys.
Hey, he said it from the beginning, though, right? He came out right away. And
Yeah,
told
well,
you,
no,
so-
this was after a couple like talking. I'm thinking he's a girl, and then he goes, "You seem pretty chill, man. Do you smoke weed?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I do."
So you went.
No, he goes, "Well, no, I wouldn't," because he asked me. He's like, "Well, then do you just want to smoke weed and I won't hit on you?" And I'm like, "No, dude, you just asked
Not
to suck
after
my
that,
dick and
no.
called me gorgeous, and I'm not smoking weed with you." I'm like, "I'll
There's
talk
a
to you.
problem
See you
there?
later."
Like,
Is
suck
it-
your dick
no,
and
it-
call you beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's because he's a
maybe you're
dude.
setting the bar too higher.
This is everything you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, to turn gay, it's true.
No, that should be rampant though. Like
Oh, yeah.
I had that on fucking POF, on Tinder, all that shit. Like dudes, like not hiding, not catfishing, just actual dudes. And
Really,
it's like,
eh?
so you had to go in here, set your profile as a female to try and get in here, because I ain't swiping on men, obviously,
Yeah.
right? So it's-
I feel like a big problem for guys too is something I call fat fishing, not catfishing, fat fishing.
Go on.
Like I find that girls do like like above the neck shots and the angles and stuff, and you're like, okay, I can fuck with this, and then you meet them in person, and you're like, wow.
dude, this happened to me 2 weeks ago.
No, it happens to every single guy that I know. Like, it happens to
I like when
everyone.
they have their first pictures, a bunch of women.
Oh, and you got to try and get
Well,
like
see,
Simon said, like.
I go, it's
where's
her.
Waldo?
You swipe the next one, next picture, go, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
See, though,
You're like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and
yeah. No,
You're cool.
when Fresh and I first met, I met a girl on POF who happened to be an old roommate of his.
yeah. Who was a hard no?
Yeah, it was a very hard no, but
You went on a date with
well, no, 'cause- so I met her. So we spoke. I went on a date with her, and then I was like, "Oh, hey, Fresh, blah blah blah, blah this person," and he goes, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, Mickey." I guess before I was Mickey, but still.
Jesus.
You warned me she has some scary practices, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna end this."
I don't even remember what I warned you about, but I just know that, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Well, so women, the whole catfishing thing doesn't happen to us like too often, but I do have a great story for you guys.
Oh, please.
So my girlfriend Heather, she's successful, super funny, laid back, tall, gorgeous. Me and her have the Die Alone Club because we're like, why can't we find boyfriends? So she would, yeah, that was sad.
Because you're like this.
Because it's true. So she showed me this guy, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go on a date with him." And I was like, "Wow, he's a pretty good looking guy." So she goes, and then she's like, "You're never gonna believe this." I'm like, "Okay, what's going on here?" She shows up, and he rolls up in a wheelchair. Okay. So now I'm not saying like, okay, obviously, those people need dates and stuff as well. But
Yeah,
the
sure.
thing is that all his pictures were of him standing. So I don't know if he was like fucking propped up like Weekend at Bernie's style or something. They're like, and I'm just like, that is going back to like that is something you should definitely tell somally before
Lead
you
with
go
that.
out with them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
by
And
the way,
like
I
you're
can't walk.
standing there, and he like rolls up and goes like, "Are you Heather?" And like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do at that point, right? Like,
Say no. The fuck.
I had a
God.
girl. This is when I knew it was going to be bad in the first 5 seconds of the date. I met her at Moxie's just for a drink, right? And I'm the only one in the lobby, right? And I text her. I got there first, and I text her. I was like, I'm in the lobby. I'm the only one there. I walk in. She stands beside me like that, doesn't look at me, and proceeds to start checking her phone. I was like, hello? She's like, oh, I'm waiting for someone. I'm like, I know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it was fucking all downhill.
Did she
from
not
there.
see a picture of you?
That's what I'm saying, man. She looked nothing like her pictures.
Oh, man.
And I always put like 5 or 6 pictures up so like you
Catfish
will
or
not mistake
fatfish?
this. Not either. Just like creative angles to hide the ugh.
Filters. Oh, it's
so
filters.
many-
It's all
why do girls
filters.
do that? It's all fucking Snapchat.
And it's like
filters.
it'll be like big ass doe eyes and like impossibly clear skin. It's like we don't fucking care.
No.
Just don't do that.
Yeah, like I'm about to my next profile when I make one again because I'm weak. I'm just gonna do a bunch of Snapchat filter pictures.
Oh, that's a
Remember the
thing.
flower
Okay, so
crown?
that's a gross thing for like women too. Like if I see a guy with a Snapchat filter on like an online dating profile, that's a hard no.
What
Like
do you mean though?
I mean,
Like
like any of the filters where you have like the stars around your
Wait,
head.
it's
and,
like an
whatever.
obvious joke.
Like no, they're doing it seriously. Like taking
Oh.
pictures of themselves in bed with a Snapchat filter on, and they
Trying to
have
look
like
good,
the
yeah.
and it's just like
doesn't-
that's gay. Like,
is-
don't
I
do
get
that.
a lot
Don't
of
do that.
follows from dudes like that on Instagram. They're all from South America.
Another one, goatees. Can I just put it out there that no... Let me just put that out there, okay? No woman under 60 has ever looked at a goatee and been like, let me sit on that, okay? Like, I cannot explain to you how gross... goatees and chin straps. Like,
I agree. That's a horrible. That is hilarious.
But
That's-
so many guys, and like young guys too, and like you're like you would be attractive if you didn't look like you exposed your penis to children in a park. Like, don't look like that.
I know. That just looks like a thumb with a like colored pencil.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, goatees are terrible. Yeah. I think like 50, 55 maybe you can grow a goatee.
Yeah, that's what like
Yeah, it's, like,
50
it's
and
not a
under,
young
right?
person's
No.
facial accessory.
It's almost nobody's facial accessory. Like it's terrible.
It's just only certain people can really pull it off. Like, and mostly famous people. Do
Mickey, you could pull it off.
you think so? I'm not gonna try it.
You look like an old man already, don't you?
That's true.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Or like hiding bald. Sorry, I'm just like ranting.
That's why I wear a hat now.
No, I'm not saying that. Like guys will have like 5 pictures with like a hat on, and you can't tell, and then the last picture it's like bam, no hair. Like you want to just put it at the beginning.
You're
Put that right at
somebody
the
like
beginning.
with hair in pictures and then show up fucking bald.
And in a wheelchair.
That happened with the last guy that I went out with. That literally happened. That same guy that was like, I don't like to work that much. And then I was like, where's your hair? He's like, oh, I got drunk with the boys and they shaved my head. I'm like,
Bull
well,
fucking shit.
yeah.
I just gotta know how old is this guy? How old is this
I feel like I'm saying way too much. This guy, but he's
No, it couldn't possibly
he's
narrow
20,
it down.
Yeah, he's 27.
Oh,
He's
okay.
27.
That doesn't. I mean, that's.
So I mean, obviously, he's the real winners, like living in his mom's basement. You know, bald head.
You
doesn't
beat the
wanna
game,
work,
man.
And,
You beat
yeah,
the game.
Yeah.
Sounds like me when I was like 23.
Or the big back tattoos. You know, it's just your last name on your back, and then like guys always show it and like flex and point at it. Like, what the fuck is that?
I don't get the name tattoo. Like, are you gonna forget?
It's the jersey that never retires. Like, just always have that shit on. Okay.
Like their last name.
On their own
Yes.
back, yeah. And then it's always like
I've seen
flexing, like both biceps and pointing at it. Like we fucking see it, bro. It's huge. Like we
Yeah,
we
you're a
see it.
melange. We know.
Yeah, like we get it. Like,
Jeez, man.
yeah. So
That's fucking terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it is common.
Or I think a lot of guys too, they don't ever put anything in their bios, and not that you have to go on this huge thing in your bio, but like something, because like if women, you know, like want to reach out to you, it gives them something to talk to you about, right?
Okay, so we mentioned this, and that was the thing. Like, you know, people will be like, if you don't read my bio, don't bother messaging or whatever. And so, like, we do the same. Like, put like actual information about yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, this person goes to clan rallies. Maybe we're not going to sync up or whatever. Right? But that wouldn't get read.
Grand Wizard.
That wouldn't ever get read.
Well, it depends if you're on Plenty of Fish, because the majority of those people can't read. So, you know, it just depends what.
Okay, do you like books? Jesus, right there, the first interest, books. Of course, I like fucking books.
Oh yeah, you get that a lot.
That's yeah.
Or I get to like I'll formulate. Not like I don't spend like 20 minutes formulating a pair, but like I'll type like try to pick something from the shitty ass bio they got or whatever.
Why is
like,
always gotta be shit? My bio's sick.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
well, I don't know. I've never.
Is everybody shitty? Is everyone
Most
like,
people's are.
Most bios
I
are
like
shit.
Taco Tuesday,
Here for a good
and I
time,
like to.
not a long time.
Oh my god! Me and my sister were literally talking about that
Go
earlier,
fuck
and she
yourself.
said that. Like, yeah, what does
does
that
that mean?
even mean? Like, you're cool with getting chlamydia? Like,
I like
fuck it.
pizza
Like at
and
this
Netflix.
point.
It's like,
Follow-
bitch, we all do.
Right, that's
Yeah,
what
really.
I like
Follow-
to travel. Throwback Thursday.
That's
like, bitch.
okay. Like, what's the travel thing? Like, what? Everyone likes to fucking
Yeah.
travel. Like, what do you think you're telling the world?
To look at your Instagram accounts so that they could see your pictures of you in Bali.
In my experiences, anytime there was like traveling, it's usually kind of like road trips. They are always sleeping, and I'm just driving. I've always hated that. Like, oh, let's go on a road trip. I'm like, no, because it's gonna be.
Dude, you've been to like Mississauga. What are you
No,
talking
like
about?
I'll go. Like I do day trips. Like I've done day trips, London, there and back. For whatever. But they always just sleep. I'm like, why did you want to do this? We're gonna sleep the whole fucking time. This is not fun for me.
Yeah,
Just
because
wanna
they're
be
gonna
with you.
get there and then they're gonna make you take a nice picture of them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we got the Instagram pic. We gotta go.
We gotta go now.
Yeah, the other one is a lot of the females are like follow my IG.
Yeah.
Or like add my Snap.
I'm seeing that a lot.
Like, what the
now.
fuck? Like-
So
Like
there's
trolling for follows.
So girls do this all the time, for sure. Like, because obviously having a lot of followers on Instagram is a huge thing. But if a guy has in their bio, add me on Snap, that means within 36.6 seconds, you're getting a dick.
Yeah.
Every time.
For sure.
Every time.
I
Every
tried
time.
that. I put mine on there just to see if anyone would add me. No one added me.
I did that like years and years ago when I was at my old house. It was a
Saying
long
dick
my
pics
God.
on Snapchat?
No, that was like yesterday.
Oh.
But like, no, I actually just put my Snapchat on POF, just like blanket, like add me if you want to, and I got so much gross.
Oh, really?
Oh,
eh?
POF is
Not
just...
one attractive human.
No, so like I was saying to you earlier, like you asked me on Monday if I would like come hang out with you guys and do this, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I was like, you know what, I should create a Plenty of Fish account just so I have a little bit more to talk about. So Monday at 7:00, I made it. Today I have 287 messages.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
2 of which I have responded to. 2.
Wow.
That's it.
That's fucking amazing.
See, and this is why I think Bumble was created, so you wouldn't get bombarded with garbage.
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, like
You know the model, right? Of Bumble?
you have the girl has to message first or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, 287, and not like probably 48% of them had all of their teeth in their mouth.
oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's teeth anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, that is crazy. I think the most I ever had in my inbox was like three messages.
So like, I don't know, what was it, like 3-4 months ago that I deleted everything?
It wasn't that long ago.
It was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, something
Anyway,
like
I deleted everything, and then like
Oh, so that's why I can't find you on Tinder anymore?
fuck you. And then like a month later, I broke and just downloaded Bumble again, and I got like fucking 30 matches over a weekend, and I was like, "Whoa, shit! I got to delete this shit more often." And then it starts filtering through, and it's just like dead eyes.
Oh, dead eye.
The
Dead eye.
fish,
Right,
dead
like,
fish eyes.
Yeah, and it just I'm like, oh yeah, this is why none of this mattered anyway.
Yeah, I wanted to see if Tinder like legitimately worked. If I could find any legit people on Tinder. at
They're all
one time.
bots. Do you get bots?
So that's another thing that I was going to talk about. Women, we do not get that. Like, so when guys put on like their bio, like, no bots, I'm not going to follow your whatever. We don't even know what the fuck you're talking about because we don't get that.
It's
Oh,
rampant.
oh,
Like,
it's terrible.
Tinder is probably 50%. POF.
Yeah, we don't get those
No,
at all.
POF is like worse than Tinder.
Is always
I
worse.
think so.
But the thing about these apps, though, like the way that I look at it to try and be optimistic, is like, I'm pretty normal. I'm alright. I'm just like kind of thinking there's gotta be one other motherfucker out here who's kind of normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's probably in your inbox right now.
Of the 300 messages.
But does he have teeth? Like I mean, my standards aren't that high. Like you gotta have fucking teeth, and
got dentures.
don't wear Sons of Anarchy sweaters with like fucking plaid pants. Like
You're going after all of Windsor right now.
Windsor's coming swinging for me right now. Their pitchforks are outside as we speak. Like.
I feel like I need to go throw some clothes now.
So I bought Tinder Gold.
No.
You did it.
I did it.
When?
Like a couple months ago.
Right.
Just to see. Just
All
1
right.
month of it. I was like, whatever, I'm going to see what's up. Because I'm lonely as fuck. So let's see if there's anything. That way I can see all the people that like me.
Sure.
So I had like 130 something people like me.
Okay.
But you're also all over the world too, right? Like so.
What?
And some girls were like 7,000 miles away.
On
right?
Tinder Gold?
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
Tinder Gold. So
What
you
are your
but-
settings set to?
Yeah,
like
really.
Africa?
No, mine were like, no, you're just advertised.
Actually, you might be onto something.
away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I went through all of them, and out of that, I narrowed it down to about 30 people I'd match with. So I got 30 matches out of that.
'Kay.
Out of 130, so I took 100 away. We're just write-offs, easy. Then I started messaging people. Just normal messages, see what I got. Out of 30, I think I got 3 responses. And then out of those 3 responses, I got like 2 of them were like decent people. The other person could not even form a sentence. Like it was it was so. I told them, I was like, "You're really good looking, but you can't form a sentence. So I'm going to unmatch you now. Have a good day."
That's another really big thing on POF too, like the spelling. Like I'm not a stickler, the your and your and what like whatever. Like you're
You
typing.
should be.
It is annoying, but like I can see how you're typing like really fast and it can just happen. But like the amount of people that can't even spell like small words properly is like
small words.
Yeah, the small teeny tiny like first grade shit we're talking about here.
Like 2 syllables.
It's just, yeah, like no. Yeah.
This
So
guy just uses the @ sign.
Oh, and your name too. Like when you guys were on Plenty of Fish, like
Yeah.
what were your usernames? Because I know you're not like on Tinder. You have to use your first name. It
Yeah,
shows your first
right.
name. On Plenty of Fish, you're making a username, and like in my mind, like you're making a username for women to see. Like you're not doing this for your boys or whatever. So when a guy messaged me the other day and his handle was Studinator.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what the fuck do you want me to say to that? Like,
Oh,
Cool
that's-
name,
Say
bro.
yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
wanna
Do you want me
Yeah.
to have your children Studinators,
I mean-
Juniors?
I mean, he was 6'6", so
Oh, he's a studinator.
Okay, was that prejudice always there, or is this like a recent advent?
the height thing.
The height thing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that.
I would really love to hear about
Yeah,
that.
me too.
Sorry, bud.
So we call them height whores, right?
Oh,
like you gotta
really?
know. But it's also like every guy's profile is like, I'm 6'5" because that matters. Like get the fuck over it. It does kind of matter, right? And the reason why is because people like me, I'm tall.
Yeah.
I'm a really tall girl. I'm taller than the majority of guys or the same height as them. So like if I'm gonna go out with someone, I like to not look down on them while I talk to them.
Do you find that is personal preference or superficial?
Oh no, that's every woman's preference. So you want you want to be made to feel small, not small, but like you want arms wrapped around you, and you want to feel small, like you want to feel, So if I go with a guy that's fucking 5'4", like what am I gonna do? Put him in a car seat? Like I don't know what I'm gonna do at that point.
Mickey's
right?
like, that's like 3 inches away from how tall
It
I
actually
am.
is almost exactly.
Dude, I was seeing this.
But there's lots of short girls. You could go on a
Oh,
date,
yeah.
like ton. Like most women are like 5'2" to 5'3". Like
Yeah,
go
but,
out with
and,
those.
and that's where I find it. It's just rarely the tall girls saying that because it's kind of a given. Like it's sort of understood, right?
You would be shocked.
But it's like it's all these short bitches. Like if you ain't 6'2" plus, what?
See,
Yeah.
and I said on the last episode that actually, like when I would go down, like it hurt my feelings. I was like, oh, well, no,
Because
I
they
guess.
think they're hot enough shit that they can dictate what they want.
Sure, and
But if you say something, I've like, because I've done this where a
Well,
girl,
if you ain't less than this,
girl asked me
don't
how
bother.
tall. A
Well,
girl
guys
asked
do
me-
that though. Guys do that.
Well, for sure they
Oh, yeah.
do, but
Do what?
it's just
Like
as bad.
their profiles will be like, if you can't cook, swipe left. If you don't do this, swipe left. If you don't do that, swipe. And it's like
That's
you're
actually, I think,
a
worse than the
fucking
height thing.
3 at best, and you're out here demanding shit. Like I just don't. You know what I mean? Like it's just insane.
I remember I was talking to a girl and there was nothing about height in her like profile.
Yeah.
Right. So I just messaged her or whatever, and then we were just talking, and then she asked me how tall I was or mentioned something about being over 6 foot. And I said,
Like she was?
No, she asked me if I was.
Oh, I was like, holy
And
shit.
I obviously
That's a
said
huge
no.
bitch.
I'm 5'8", and then she's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, that ain't good, blah blah. I was like, oh well, do you got a really nice fat ass? That's what I said to her. And then she's like, that's fucking disgusting.
No, that's totally fair.
That's
totally
fair. If I gotta be 6 foot, your ass has to look like fucking Kim Kardashian.
That's fair.
Fuck
I think
you.
that's fair. I think that's
Anyway,
fair.
so then we got in a little argument. She blocked me. But
Oh, gee, surprise.
I was seeing a girl who was
When are
like
you getting
6'1"
married?
Yeah?
at one point in my life. She was like an Amazon.
Could she throw
6
you
foot.
around in bed?
Oh yeah. Like this
Jesus.
woman was like Wonder Woman.
What did she do for
You're
a
sold on
job? Like
women?
she played volleyball, drop,
She
like
was- I don't
wash off the top
remember.
of fucking RVs or something.
Yeah,
What are you
she's like
doing with that?
feeding drafts. Like
Yeah, hanging up billboards and
fuck.
shit. Like,
no, she was tall. I just felt like not like I wasn't cool with that. I was like, you're too tall. I had
well,
to end
that's
it.
the thing, right? And that's why I say something because, like, I'm 5'9", which I mean, I'm not a behemoth by any means, but I'm pretty tall.
Yeah.
Say something. Go on, do it. Go on, do it.
Just big one.
So that's a huge bitch. So I always say something, right? Like I always say something because like I said, like I just say like I'm this tall. Like, is that okay with you? Or are how tall are you? Right? And I always ask. So, but the girls that you're talking about, they're like 5'2", like I'm 6'3" plus, or fuck off. It's like
It's anybody.
This is why you're single.
Any size woman. Like it could be tall, short. They all have this. If you're not this, don't bother.
yeah. But a
didn't
lot
matter.
of people like that's the thing though. Like a lot of people are not honest on these apps at all, right?
and
Like,
No doubt.
I earlier, and Slick actually commented I asked way too many questions. But one
fire away.
one of the questions I asked for people to ask, and to be honest, I did not get a lot of responses, so I'm a little disappointed. But have you ever lied on a dating app?
No, me personally, I'm a really honest. Like, I'm honest to the point where if I
Yeah.
like send a couple messages back and forth, I'm a thick girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not skinny. I'm not 120 pounds. I got a body on me. I like even make that known. Like, I'm honest
Yeah.
to a fault. Like, if you don't like that, then we're not gonna work, right? So, but I do know lots of women who have.
Sure. Well, everyone who answered all said no. There's only 7, but still, they all said no.
Yeah, again,
That's more than I thought it was.
Yeah, you have like 12 people on your Instagram, so that's not
I
surprising.
have 150 followers.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
But actually, one question I was actually really excited to see the answers for was: have you ever been asked for sexual favors for money?
All the time.
Really?
Literally right before I got here, somebody messaged me. No joke. And it, like, I also think, too, like, if you're gonna do that, fine, that's your bag, whatever, but, like, segue into that shit. Like, hi, how are you, Sarah? I think you're very pretty. I just wanted to let you know something that I was into. The message I got was, you want to get smashed out by 2 dudes or nah? Or nah. Like, what am I saying? Like, and the messages that come like from people, it's just, the audacity of people is fucking insane to me. Like, what up with dem titties dough? How do what?
Wow.
How do you even answer that?
Like literally.
I would be like, "Oh, you want to get married? Cool." Or just
like-
throw it right through a fucking hole.
Or
there.
like when people just like, you have really big tits. I do?
"Oh, what is here?"
Like literally, right? Like just like how stupid. Hey girl, are you a high school? Because I want to shoot kids in you. That was fire as fuck, and I do want to be that person's best friend. But like,
Oh my god!
oh yeah, man.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's been some bad ones, and then they don't like. I don't want to be the woman that says this and bashes on other women. Generally, aren't that funny, so they don't expect you to, like respond with something funny. And I always hit them back with something funny, and then they just delete me right away. So I'm not sure.
Which is fuck, because if I blew off a shit line like that and a girl actually came back with something, I'd be like ring shopping.
Really?
Yeah, man.
So my response
Dude, girls
was,
cannot hang. That's the thing. That's what we always say. Is like it sucks because I'd love for us all to have 3 girlfriends who could actually come and bullshit with us.
Yeah.
But women generally can't hang.
well, my response to that was, are you a woodshop project? Because I'd like to nail you several times before showing you to my parents. Nothing. Unmatched. Right away.
Really, eh?
Nothing. Yeah,
Oh,
nothing.
man.
Or if I like I'm an outgoing person socially, so I'll message guys first. Like I have no problem. Like we matched. Like Tinder's very superficial, right? Like
Yeah.
it's fucking hot or not for adults, right? Like
Right.
you think I'm hot, I
we
think
said
you're
that.
hot. So I'll reach out first, and then every time I reach out with something funny, I barely get a response.
Yeah, every time I reach out in general, I barely get a response.
It sucks.
It's a different game for you guys.
What's
though.
the
It's
okay?
a
What's
different-
the like? What would get a response more often? Like, what is the right way to approach it?
There is no right way because everyone's so different, right? Like me personally, if you were to message me and just be like, "What up with them titties?" No, I was like, "Hey, how are you?" And it's just like, okay,
That's a no.
It's not that it's a no, but it's like I got 42 messages today that said, "Hey, how are you?" Like men gotta understand that. Like for women, we're just getting bombarded
Yeah.
with men.
No, I
if you're
do.
decent looking and you have a fat ass or big titties, your inbox is just exploding.
See, I don't think a lot of men know that. I don't think that they understand that your inbox is being blown up by a bunch of douchebags.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they don't know that because they don't even consider that possibility, and they also think they are all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure, too.
every guy on like Tinder is God's gift to women, and the best is like so the guys that do ask you for like even if it's for money or not for money, but like right away with the sexual favors, if you turn them down, they go from like a 0 to 100, and they're like, "Well, fuck you, bitch, you ain't even that fine." It was like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, sorry. You've changed my mind. I would love to favor
Yeah,
you sexually.
literally.
Where would you like to meet?
Let me do it for free now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Have
man.
you? So you've been on dates with people from these dating apps?
Yeah, I actually dated people long term from them as well.
Have you ever been stalked by anybody?
Uh,
Whether it be actual, like outside the house, or even cyber stalking.
I don't know if I would consider it stalking, but I've had people that it's like more.
General creepiness.
It's like a desperation almost, you know, like they're just not getting the hint.
Okay.
Right? Like just not getting the hint and just keep messaging you and like, you know, but I just, you know, that's block and delete, right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
Control,
like at
alt,
that point,
delete.
but
Yeah,
block
well,
and
'cause
delete.
I actually got 50-50 yes and no's for that one.
Really?
Yeah. Some people were just full of yes, and like the answers weren't just always yes or no. It was something a little bit of a blip.
Right.
But probably half of the yeses were cyber internet stalking. Just,
Oh, shit.
but like that desperation thing.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's like I'll go out for a coffee with someone and I'm honest as well. I'm just like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't think this is gonna work out, but like maybe we could be friends, blah blah blah, that's a lie, but whatever. And then like
I've used that one.
and then like right away it's just like, I love you. And it's like, whoa, holy fuck. And like this happens a lot and to a lot of women. It's just like, I just told you this wasn't gonna go anywhere, and it's like, bam.
They almost need like a level of teaching for young people on dating apps etiquette.
It also depends like very heavily on what you're there for, right? Like that's another thing too. Like I'm sure there is women out there, and you guys have probably experienced it, that are just like, you know what? I'm getting tired of banging these guys that have already banged. I want a new one. We'll match. What's up? Let's fuck. I don't know how often that happens. I don't think it happens very often with
they're
women,
out
but
there, but it's
they're
super
there.
rare.
right. So men, like especially Tinder, right? Because it's superficial, hot or not. Probably 40% of the dudes that message me are like, "What are you doing? Come over." I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, you want me to get in my car and drive? Like, I'm not
that's
gonna.
weird. I don't want them to know where I live. Jeez.
With the guys on Tinder.
Well, no, but should I be one of those douchebags on Tinder? Yeah, come on over. No.
That was like my faux pas.
I've done so
You
many.
told me that you
I
brought
was
all
like-
these girls back here. What are you talking about?
I didn't bring all these girls.
all them
back here.
a bus load of hoes. No, it's not a bus load of hoes.
Gotta watch my mouth.
Wait, you have a bus?
I rent it. It's the cool bus.
It's the cool bus. Hey, home top on in the cool bus. We're going to Fresh's Palace.
Oh fuck! No, I made the mistake of having a girl over here on a first date, and like I suggested like 12 other things, and let's do any of these. I don't drink, so it was like
Yeah.
But I like think I can have a fun time or whatever. And
That's not true.
Time.
yeah, and no. Instead, she whirlwinds through the door, already blasted at 11:30 on a Friday. And I'm like,
Fucking
what have
wake
I
her up.
done?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, that went really well.
Did you smash or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I smashed my dick with a hammer. That's what I smashed.
I am swearing off of me.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a train wreck.
Yeah, it's not
The
good.
whole thing.
Another question for you.
All right.
Have you ever been taken out on a date just to be taken out?
Whoo. All right. Well, should I lie or just?
Well, you did say earlier that you've never
No,
lied on a
I
dating
am honest.
profile.
I am
so
honest.
We don't do that. We don't lie here.
Honestly, I'm not the only woman who's done this, but sometimes you just want to get taken out for a nice dinner, you know? And, like, you kind of know they're going to pay. That makes me sound like a piece of shit. I am a piece of shit. I'm sorry. But, yeah, and I know there's also a thing called Tinder Pizza Wars. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that.
The fuck?
Pizza wars or
it's
whores?
No, wars. So women, they'll message guys and then try to get as many pizzas sent to your house with them paying for them over the phone with their credit card as possible. It works so fucking often. It would blow your mind.
My mind's already blown.
What's the
Wow.
exchange here?
Nothing. Like, you're just sitting there, you're like, oh, I'm so hungry, like, blah, blah, blah. And then just like, I would really love a pizza, blah, blah. And they send pizzas, man. It's a real thing.
Yeah, but now they have your address, bro.
Well, do you want the pizza or not?
How hungry are you?
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
that just reminded me of a great story. So
There you go.
I'm on POF. This is like last year or something. I don't even know. Anyway, I talked to this girl. This girl messaged me and she's asking for like $2. I'm like, why do you need $2? So I didn't give her $2, right? But the conversation.
oh, is it like Venmo me $2 and then you'll watch what happens?
Yeah, it was like some bullshit like that. Like
A
it
girl
was like,
started this and it went viral, and then women just kept doing it
Yeah.
because it works.
So I started talking to this girl, and then she starts like opening up to me because like I'm not this dude, right? Like that's just gonna pay her $2. Like I want to know why are you doing this? She's like, oh, my friend, blah blah. We decided
Was
to
this
try.
a girl or was it?
Yeah, she sent me pictures of herself and everything, and then I'm like, so does this work? And she's like, in the first like 10 minutes or whatever, she made like $300.
Fuck me,
yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, just like
Like sent nothing. It just sent like
For what? For
she's like-
existing?
no,
no, you
send
just say
$2
send
see what
$2
happens.
and see what happens. So that's how the thing went viral.
And
The
then
girl
they just-
said, and
Shit,
then
I'm
they
finna do
send
this.
it. Yeah,
Bro.
think about it. I got 287 messages in a couple days without responding to any of that. If I answered back and said send me $1 to each, what's $1?
I'm gonna put that Snapchat filter on. I'm gonna take some awkward angle pictures. I got a nice ass.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it pops, baby. It
Hey, I'm
pops.
not gay, but $20 is $20.
That's
Right? So,
We should just start jerking out for gay guys. Like, in
Dude,
the
I
same
have
room.
thought about being a cam whore more
me
than
too.
once.
Are
Like, we
you?
could probably make a killing.
I could just not show my face and
Yeah.
what?
just jerk.
Masturbate.
Just jerk.
That's
no,
It's a thing.
no woman
It's a
wants
thing.
to see
No,
that
not
anywhere.
for
it's
women.
not women, bro.
It's for dudes.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
not for women.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
ostensibly, it's
Yeah.
for anonymous usernames, but we all know.
We all
Gotcha.
know that
I
it's
got
just
you.
lonely 30-year-old
gotcha.
males who want to suck dick all day.
Yeah, so I had asked you guys early. Stop.
Sorry.
I'm done. I had asked you guys earlier what your names were when you go on the websites that like you can't put your name and you have to have like a handle kind of thing, because we talked about like the Studinator and like
Big D sling.
yeah, PhD, pretty huge
It was
dick.
just like,
That's a Kanye lyric. Get the fuck out
no,
of here.
I know.
honestly, I just put like my fucking initials and then like my birthday, like the day of it.
Ooh,
Because it's like my favorite number.
Okay.
Right? So it's like my favorite number, my initials. Just something straight. I don't know. I just like look at
No,
the screen
okay,
like.
no, that's normal. But I mean, I'm seeing
yeah.
out here one literally a guy that messaged me today. It was guy with 3 kids. Like,
Well, he's chasing away all the wrong ones.
At least it wasn't a
immediately.
guy with 3 kids that I know of.
Oh, man.
Mine was on POF because I was the only one I used where you needed a username. It was always some derivative of Mice and Men, and I have no idea why. I don't specifically like the book or the band.
what?
But I used like of Mice and Men. I used of Eminem. I used OMAM, like just like OMAM. And I don't know. It that actually probably started more conversations than anything in my profile.
Really?
People would be like, "Oh, I love that book," and I'm like, "I don't."
Oh, go on.
That is actually that's shocking.
I've never thought
I don't
of
know
that.
why.
I think I just used my name, like my name, and then like some numbers after. I was like,
69.
Yeah,
Mickey 69.
yeah, but dude, now you can be like Pope Daddy.
Pope Daddy.
That'll totally work.
Park Daddy.
get those.
Civic living.
Civic living. Hashtag enterprise.
Can you
What
get
up?
negative results? Like just less people looking at your thing from names like that?
You're
Probably. Jesus.
I live with my mom, 49.
Yeah.
Like,
There you
I don't think that one's gonna go over so well.
No,
like-
but
I don't like
it's
to
a
work.
fucking confidence thing, man. That dude, he'll fuck.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Plenty of Fish should be renamed The Audacity of These Motherfuckers, because the amount of 2s sending messages to like 8.5s is wild. Like absolutely wild.
Do you? I think we've already established that, yes, you have rated men by numbers. Do you find a lot of women do that?
I mean, everybody does that. Let's just let's be real here. Like, if we're gonna go around and talk, like, right? You're just
No, absolutely.
0 out of 10.
And
Like,
this
for
is
sure.
like the people who are like, this is such a rude way to judge people, but then they'll go to their friends and still do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100. Everybody does. Like, everybody is a little bit superficial, right? Like I said, like, guys, the whole end game to all of this, guys just want to fuck, girls just want to get treated right, and then fucked right. That's it. That's all, right? So it
you're
is
asking
like
twice as much as what you
I'm setting the bar high.
So ladies,
And-
just get real. Just say you just want to fuck.
Yeah.
We all want.
Oh, we want to get treated right first, you know, like all that stuff. But I mean, like on the whole, right? Just bam.
I thought it
I
was
have
in
a
the
question
hole.
for you.
Okay.
What is your ideal date? Like, not on the nights where you want to get taken out to just get a nice dinner, but like, it's like, what's
Nigga
a
gotta
nice
eat,
night?
man. Like,
I know, I understand that.
I was hungry. It just depends. Like, I'm really, really, really laid back. So like, I mean, obviously, movies is a no-go, like on a first date.
right?
The amount of people that are like, let's go to the movie. I'm like, why? So I can sit next to you awkward. Like, I don't want your fucking hands in my popcorn. I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, really?
Like, definitely not.
Right.
But like, I mean, just like grab some food or coffee, go for a walk after, just shoot the shit. Like, an open environment just to talk, and like somewhere where there's other people in case you rape and kill me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, and that makes sense to me. And the amount of people who are willing to do other shit on a first date blows my fucking mind. I saw this fucking
Let's
article.
go skydiving. Like, what the fuck are people
Seriously,
asking you?
people want, like, let's go on an adventure. Bitch, no, let's not. Like, what does that even mean?
That means all 13 of her personalities are coming out. Like, one copy today.
Let's take mushrooms in a park.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, like just keep it simple, right? Keep it light and like joke around and stuff. Like, my biggest thing is a sense of humor. Like, if I talk to people and they don't have a sense of humor, you can't make fun of yourself. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, that's just that's gonna be a no. That's a no from me, dog.
I think that's like one of the biggest things too, is how to convey your personality through this online dating bullshit, right?
Well, it
It's
gives
different.
people this fake confidence,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? So, like I said, the 2's reaching out to the 8.5's. Like, on what fucking planet has this ever happened for you?
All of
see
my
it
profiles
sometimes.
were playfully ripping myself apart.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Mine too. Like, you could do worse.
Yeah.
Give me a shot.
So,
That shit. I'm just kind of shaking my head like, Jesus Christ.
that's sad. Yeah, that's sad. My life is a joke.
I can probably hop in another question here.
Do it, baby.
Yeah.
So, well, have you dated anyone more than once? So after you were fed and you're like, maybe I would like him on maybe I would like him on a full stomach. Was there a second date?
Yeah, definitely a couple. I've actually dated people like long term, as well, like 2-year relationships and stuff that I've met.
Oh, wow.
And like, you kind of know too, right? Like, I don't know, like usually within the first 20 minutes, I can tell whether it's gonna go down again, right?
Sure.
Like, because everyone's got like their do's, their don'ts, whatever. Like, mine is if I go out with you and I have to hold all of the conversation, we're done here. Like, or if you're socially awkward, like, sorry, there's lots of introverts, lots of socially awkward, but I'm not socially awkward, so I need someone like really outgoing and stuff. So yeah, I definitely have. I've gone out with other people, and I've asked guys to go out on second dates too. But the biggest thing that we haven't touched on that is literally like killing women is ghosting. It happens so often, and like, I know, because I remember you saying that in the last. I've ghosted people, and like, women are literally, we can act like we don't care. They'll sit around and be like, "Fuck this motherfucker." Like, we're just like, "What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?"
To be fair,
So where did they go wrong?
To be fair, it's
Some of them had
nothing
a
they
penis.
do. Me personally, I actually discussed this with a female the other day about ghosting, because I get ghosted a shit ton too.
Tons.
Like, it happens
Tons.
to dudes.
But people just
all
shouldn't
day.
like just man the fuck up and be like,
Yeah,
I'm
shit.
not into this.
So
Sorry.
usually what happens with me
Please
is
don't
that
rape
I
me.
go on the date or 2 dates, and then I have sex with said girl, and then we go home and stuff, and then I get mega depressed, and like I get really upset with myself because I had sex with this girl.
That's another thing too. Like, women are giving it up too quick.
Yeah,
Right. If
I
you
agree.
want like
Well,
someone to talk to you
yeah.
and like be a long term thing or have any potential, like, I mean, it's pretty primal. Like, men like the chase a little bit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, and you're just jumping on dicks like they're grenades. Like you just can't do that.
Not very often.
You're not supposed to do that.
That
See, though,
happens.
but I can remember when these women would have just showing off their body. They got their ass up on the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink, whatever.
I wish my ass could fit on a sink.
but-
Like whose ass is this big? This is amazing.
But in their profile, they go looking for something real. Bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing with guys with like douchey shirtless gym selfies, and they're like, "I want a relationship." It's like, what the fuck? Like, you definitely look at other guys' dicks when you're using the urinal. That kind of guy is the peeker. Say what you will. The peeker. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like the slanty side eye, because like I know that's a rule, right? With guy, you keep your fucking head forward and forward only.
And then there's
so
that guy
same
that-
guys taking shirtless selfies in the gym are the same guys low key gawking at cocks.
It's not even about
Gawking at
being a
cocks.
rule. It's like I don't actually want to look at a dick, so it's not. I don't need to
Did
remind
you have shirtless
myself.
gym selfies on your profile?
No.
Well, see, they're confirmed. See, that's it.
I don't have any. I don't even go to a gym, but I look at a lot of dicks.
I knew it.
Oh fuck!
I knew it.
I don't actually do that. For people
So,
listening.
now I have a question for you guys too. I'm actually learning a ton here too.
What's up?
So, I'll tell you guys a little story. I was seeing this guy, got along fantastically, same goal, same everything. Like we got along so well. We were hanging out for a couple weeks. He invited me to meet his family, and like I went and drank with him, and it was like so chill though. Like low key, we partied with them, like had a great time. And then he is like, like we've been hanging out. Like I don't want you to see anyone else. I don't want to see anyone else. Blah blah blah. And then finally, we smashed, or sorry, had sex. And it lasted all of like 26 seconds.
No.
Okay, and I was trying to be nice to the guy too, because in his defense, he had slept over like 2 days in a row, right? Like, I mean, what do you want from the guy, right? Like, you're sleeping with a woman 2 days in a row, you're not getting any, like, it's gonna fucking, Old Faithful. So, like, so
Actually, it was pretty unfaithful. I guess.
so after that, I like woke up in the morning. I made him a coffee for him to go to work, and I was like, have a great day. And I messaged him, I'm like, don't worry, like about that, like we'll figure that out. Like totally cool about it. And he never fucking talked to me again. So he pulled the nut and bolt on me.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
After that, and like he had pretty much like asked me to be his girlfriend. Like we had a really good thing going. We had tons of fun together, and like, I mean, like, so what is it? Like you're having sex with these girls, and then like. You're just like, I'm done now. I got what I wanted now.
After a
I've never
terrible
gotten
showing
that
like
far.
that, I'd be eating box as soon as I got off work.
Yeah.
That's right.
See,
Right.
I gotta make that up.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's two possible things. Either he is a determined fuck just to get his nuts off.
There's
Like,
no-
oh yeah, I'll wait. I'll
No
tell you
man-
everything you want to hear.
No
just so I
man
can
would
do
put
it.
in that much effort. I'm not that
wanna
good
bet?
looking.
You are wrong.
I am not
so
that good
wrong.
looking.
You want to fucking bet?
Are you guys fucking like a month of and like he was taking me out proper too, like picking me up, like driving, opening doors for me, paying for everything, like taking me out properly.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, that's real.
or
Are you serious?
Yes, that's real.
But-
This is
or-
like blowing my mind.
You home learned today.
or he was just that fucking embarrassed.
But I mean, like, so I get that, right? And like, I was cool about it, and I messaged him. So if you had a girl like saying that to you, like, and I even said the whole thing, like, you slept over 2 nights in a row. I know how guys work. I get it. Don't worry about it. Let's fuck more and figure it out. And then just like, see ya.
See, I think
wow.
just for me, the constant bring up, oh, it's okay. For me, like, it's not fucking okay. The
I
reason
just
he
put
keeps
it, I
saying
just said it once,
is because
right?
it's not.
Because I knew like he's probably at work. This is going through
Sure.
his mind. Like I'm
Yeah.
a failure of man. Like
I had a one time
Well, it's working, so
when I was like
just too quick.
when I was like 21 or 20 or something with my girlfriend, we had I don't know, like we had regular sex. I wasn't really concerned about it, and one time I had a poor showing of myself when we were all wasted and everything, and I didn't care. Like I literally didn't even think of it, right? I didn't need an it's okay, and she just goes, well, at least I've seen smaller, and I'm like, whoa! And now it's a thing, and I was like, and we were like 6 months deep at this point.
Wow.
that's when you pull the ripcord and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead I moved in with her. It was
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yes.
No, I've had bad showing. Last time I had sex, I fucking lasted like 2 minutes. It's like, I'm sorry.
Was he really upset?
No.
Yeah, were you, Mickey?
No, if it's with a guy, I can last all night.
I took it as a compliment.
Oh No, but like I wasn't even embarrassed. It's like, listen, I didn't have sex for like 2 months. Like it's a vagina. I mean, look at my hand. Like I mean, like there's probably metal shrapnel. And it's probably like it's not fun, right? So immediately when you get in
What
there,
do you mean? It was like fucking a glass of water? Are we talking here? Like it was a bad...
No. He's saying
like-
jerking off sucks if you work with your hands.
Yeah, like I work with my hands, right? So
I
like,
thought you were saying it was poor, like the performance was poor because her pussy looked like a poorly packed suitcase
oh
or something.
no! I was just
That's what you're saying.
like, my dick was like, oh, it's a vagina. This is awesome. It's not Mitch's
Gotcha.
hand.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah. So like, but like, usually girls are alright with that. Like whatever.
So what are some reasons that you guys have ghosted women?
My own personal reasons. See, I struggle a lot with the how should we put this? Downfall of my entire life. So whenever it's hard for me to find I've been like single for like 3 years, so it's hard for me to find somebody I click with. So when I like don't click with someone, but this girl wants to have sex with me, and she's making all the advances. Like I'm just sitting there like awkward. Me just like and she's like on me, and eventually it happens, and then afterwards I just get like, oh, that was fucked up, like I feel like shit.
But why not, like I'm drilling you here for all women, why not just say
it
or even lie, you know what I mean, like even lie, like just be like, you know, my cousin's uncle's dog is in
I've done
town
that.
and I like don't, you know what I mean, like something.
Cousins, uncles.
I usually don't like, I don't know, I ghost, and then I'll go back like 2 weeks later. I'll be like, hey, I just want to explain, and then I'll talk to them if they want to talk. Some girls don't want to talk, and I'll at least explain myself. I'll be like, I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah.
You are that guy.
What do you mean, that guy?
So have you gotten any responses from women that are like, fuck you?
No.
Really?
No, because I'm upfront and honest. Like I have
Upfront and honest, but I ghosted you.
I ghosted, but I'm upfront.
Like,
It's a sincere ghosting.
Like I totally understand like after a few messages and you're like whatever, like maybe you're talking to someone harder.
Yeah, so
or something.
tell me
like,
that, because this happens to me all the time, and I don't think anybody cares. This is just sort of acknowledged part of the phenomenon. If you send like 5 to 6 messages back and forth between each other, and then you just drop the conversation, no one gives a fuck, right?
and there's everyone knows the reason for dropping the comment. You found someone hotter.
Yeah,
it's a shitty
I didn't
thing
know
to
that.
say, but
Now I feel like shit.
Usually, honestly, dude, usually for me, it's I just like, I want to shoot myself in the head trying to extract teeth, like this conversation.
Or I mean, like somebody else came along and like sparked your interest. You know what I mean? Like there's just something else.
Well, when you click with
We don't all
somebody,
have
you
full
want-
inboxes, bro. Chill the fuck out.
yeah.
Throw
no,
some tits. Maybe you will. Like
For real though.
what do you want from me?
I will say though, I haven't ghosted a lot of girls. I will say that.
The
I consider ghosting when you physically meet and like
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I
right,
mean.
that's-
Yeah, after a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
messages, it's like whatever. But even like I said, like I was like in my mind, I was dating this guy.
yeah,
Like,
that's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
brought it
that's
to
kind
that
of-
level.
that's wild. That's
Like I'm talking about like I got a lot of first dates, and then
Sure.
I get lucky. And so I don't even get to that point where like if I brought a girl to that point, I could never do that to them.
what?
You know what I mean? Like
You're just getting all these first dates, smashing out girls left and right. Like what? What are you?
no,
doing
I
here?
used to. this is years ago.
you just got to be a sketchy stoner, and that's
Yeah.
how it works.
They just heard your
Apparently.
Pearl Jam CD and saw they played
Yeah, they're like,
a
dude,
gathering, and they were like, I gotta get on this. I gotta get on this.
That's what he did.
I gotta put the pussy down on this.
Yeah, I actually there's 4 things I tell a girl. I have a kid. I smoke weed and cigarettes. I love Pearl Jam. No, I'm an introvert. Like I don't go out to bars or whatever. And I play Magic: The Gathering. And usually everyone's cool with that.
Well, I find like the
weird.
nerdism of yesterday is just it's not the same. So like, oh, I do nerdy things, and like just it doesn't.
Yeah,
No
for
one
sure.
really gives a fuck.
No, no.
It's not like in the 90s, like, oh yeah, I play D&D and Magic the Gathering. Oh, we're gonna like just ruin your life somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone has a hobby. It just depends
Yeah.
what yours is, right? If you're like, oh, I'm the world's like, I have the second largest mannequin collection in my basement. You're like, I'm fucking out of here, right? Like,
That doesn't work.
no,
You gotta get rid of all those.
I've been collecting.
something, you know what I mean? So like, oh yeah, then it's okay. I was just
I've only had like 2 actual significant ghosts. One was like this girl that the conversation just sort of tapered off, and we'd hung out a gang of times. And eventually I just didn't respond to her last. Like they started getting more spaced out. Like, you know.
oh, you were the ghoster.
Yeah.
in this. Okay.
But it was like she didn't respond to me for a day, and then I didn't respond for 2 days, and then eventually it got to a point where I just didn't respond at all.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad about that, like, after I thought about it, so I sent an apology. She never responded. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then the wine mom who fucking busted my door down a couple weekends ago.
Wait, that
wine
drunk girl
mom.
that kicked in your door was a mother?
She was coming from a school fundraiser.
Wow.
Oh yes.
I don't wanna
so
live on
glad
this
I didn't
planet
go on that
anymore.
date.
That is
Oh
just
yeah, because
insane.
you talked
I
to
was
her
talking to her
first.
before
You were talking to her
you.
way back when, yeah.
Insanity.
When I was here.
Yeah, that was like hard MySpace angles on that profile
Oh
picture.
yeah, I bet.
But no, like that girl, I had fully intended, like the next day after the train wreck date, I was just gonna be like, look, obviously we're on two different wavelengths. Sorry, But I just want to go to bed because she left so late. She got there so late.
Right.
And for some reason, as soon as she walked out the door, the first thing on my head is, oh, unmatch her. So I go on Bumble and I unmatch her and I get an instant fucking text. Instant fucking text. So she must have been like looking at it, right?
Well, come on.
And she's just like, this is why you'll be alone. You need to humble yourself. And I'm like,
Bitch, I already know I'm going to be alone forever. Tell me something I don't know.
that, but also like I didn't get a chance to say a fucking word all night. How do you know anything about me?
I mean, it's probably a bad idea if you're, over 25 busting into some dude's house, wasted as fuck after a school fundraiser. Like, that just doesn't, to a guy who, like, doesn't drink, works out. Like,
got his shit together pretty much.
Like, that's probably, you guys probably aren't going to match. Like, you know what I mean?
That was true. Because we were trying to talk about common interests, and I was like, oh, she ranted about how much she hated her job for 2 hours, and then
Yes, tell me about Becky in accounting that you don't like more.
no, for real though,
Like, fuck.
And then at the end of it, I was like, oh, so what do you do when you're not at work? Like, pretty routine question.
I drink at kids' fundraisers.
And she goes, I don't know, drink.
Oh, yeah. I
ya.
get that a lot, actually. Like,
It's a thing. We've talked about that.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you do for fun? I was talking to this one girl. I was like, what do you do for fun? Oh, I like to go out with my friends and drink. I'm like, that's it? And she's like, well, what do you do? And I listed all the shit I did.
90 hobbies.
I was like, yeah, I've been to this. I really like this. Blah, blah. It was like a paragraph. And she's like, oh, cool. I'm like,
Oh, cool.
I'm like,
K. It's just the K.
this was Bumble, by the way, and she started the conversation. And then she goes, I guess I'm just a boring person. And I say, I try to be nice and not be like, yeah, you're fucking terribly boring. I'm like, well, maybe you just haven't found a hobby that you really like yet. Have you tried anything? Nah.
Ugh.
I'm like, unmatched. Like, fuck off.
That girl
like,
starfishes in the bedroom.
Yeah.
For
No
sure.
doubt. Dude,
For sure.
Dude, 9s and 10s guaranteed starfish.
Yeah.
Actually,
well, yeah,
I
because it's
spoke-
always the ugly ones that suck the best dick.
Well,
Right? Let's just be
my
honest.
sister and I, we talked on this, and I don't know why I spoke to my sister about this, but we're pretty open. But like the harder you are, the less you have to try.
Yeah. The harder you are, you mean?
Yeah, you said harder.
Did I say?
Yeah.
It tried to come out,
Which
as
is
hard.
also true.
But yeah, so the more attractive you are, the less you have to work at it.
That's kind of like everything in life, though, really. You know what I
Well,
mean?
for sure.
Like,
But then there's some people who have that drive to want to do better, and because they are so pretty, they are misinterpreted.
yeah, but you can skate by on your looks and stuff. And so I actually have a question for you guys, too. So what are the do's... So what are the do's and the don'ts in a profile? So when you guys see a woman's profile on online dating, what is it that makes you swipe right? And let's just cut the shit. Like, obviously, if they're a smoke show, you're going to swipe right.
Yeah, obviously.
But besides that.
I don't know if I'm a complete fucking freak, but if they're an 11, I still read the profile, and it's like my hobbies include traveling and modeling for car magazines. I will swipe that bitch left. Like,
Oh, you know what? I do. Now that I'm older,
read
I
that
do
shit.
that. I read everybody's profile, honestly. Like,
Yeah, so what are the no's? Like, in the profile, when you're reading, what are the... Obviously,
Travel.
the, like...
huge one.
If you got a basic ass description that includes like
I
travel,
thought you were going to say basic ass. I was like, some of us
That's
can't
who-
help it.
I'm not a fan of a
It's not my
basic
fault.
ass.
My ass looks like a kicked-in potato. Leave me alone.
oh, fuck, we're gonna use that.
Hey, I swipe right on you, bro.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about that for a second?
can we not?
Did you guys
Can we do it now, or do
Jordan,
we-
so how
close
Jordan
on
and I reconnected?
Okay,
No,
so
I
first of
gotta
all,
know
we went to
this.
high school together.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're on Tinder. I obviously immediately know that it's you, and I'm like, hey.
How do you forget a face like that?
Yeah. Right? Like, I dream about it every night.
Don't. She's nasty. Don't.
So I'm like, hey, and the first comment back from him goes, wow, you look really familiar. And I'm literally sitting here like, is this motherfucker for real? Like, I mean, like, I definitely got better looking after school, but like, holy fuck, I still look like me. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let him make a fucking fool out of himself. I'm gonna kick back and be like, yeah, weird. I don't know why you think that. And then like, I don't remember what happened after that.
I figured it out.
And then you were
I
like,
eventually kept
Sarah!
swiping, and I was like, fuck, she's gonna rip me apart.
Oh, 100%. But I didn't.
That's amazing.
I didn't.
I didn't recognize you with that little fucking fro poof thing.
You had a fro too.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys both had fro
Yeah, but
boobs?
his
We
was
did,
an
yeah.
accident.
Sweet.
Yeah. But mine, yeah.
When I was on those websites, one of my biggest no's was anything
They're
political.
called apps.
Apps. But
Applications.
I hated anybody who's like, if you're like, even like you see it today and people talk about it all the time, they'll go, if you're pro-Trump, don't fucking bother. And again, that's fine. Have your political viewpoints. That's cool. But when it dictates your personality, I really don't care.
Honestly, though, you shouldn't even be talking about politics or religion on even the first 2 dates, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that
but
should
like-
not, like,
but when
it's
it's right in your
neutral
profile,
subjects. That's what I mean. Like, you shouldn't do
but,
that.
But if it's just kind of like, oh, if you have a knowledge of politics or like want to talk politics, cool. But when you have like an obvious set position, even like liberal or conservative, like I know you're very absorbed in it. I can't deal with that anymore.
Yeah, Mickey, but we've had this conversation before about how you don't pay attention to any of the news, but you have very strong political opinions. So why don't you just cram that right up your fucking ass?
But I don't. It's not part of how I start to describe myself. Oh, hey, I'm very this, that, and the next thing. It just, everybody has their strong beliefs on which way or the next, regardless of how educated they are. But when that's part of introducing yourself, for me, it just makes me go, that's gonna be a basis of a lot of conversations, and I don't care that fucking much.
So I saw
For me,
one
that's how I interpret it.
on a
anyways.
buddy of mine's Tinder. He went away for work and he sent me a screenshot of this one, and he was like, I am so confused. And it was a black girl wearing a Confederate flag hat. Like,
We're out there, man.
what?
Well,
Like,
no, for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Like, really?
no,
that
for
one
real.
threw me for a
For real,
loop.
for
But
real.
it's like,
Depends on the person. If they actually know the true, like when that flag was
Oh, we're
designed.
not gonna.
I know.
no, we're not gonna go there. We're
No,
not gonna
but
go there.
but
But
like, what it represents.
I thought it was hilarious.
What it represents now is obviously very much different from what it was intentional.
Okay, so we got a couple don'ts. What are
So-
some do's? What
Okay,
are
I
some?
gotta say one more for the don't.
One more don't.
Okay,
I gotta say one
Give
more
me a
for the
couple
don't.
more. Like,
Yeah.
First of all,
Lightning round.
I don't want your Snapchat. I don't want your fucking Instagram. But I thank
Yeah,
God you
that's
can
bad
link
form.
your Instagram, because if a girl has an Instagram linked, I create that shit. Boom. Immediately.
everyone does, yeah.
Immediately.
Because you
Why
need
would-
more. You're
Yeah.
obviously putting your best
That's like
out
your-
there,
yeah.
and I want to see some of the bad.
So if
too,
she's
and
just
see
like
how bad, right?
If it's 1, 2, straight shot in the mirror. If there's more than 8 selfies in that like 3-window swipe you get,
Yeah.
you're getting lefted.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, like
sorry.
and it's
Lefty.
like I said with the filters and
Lefty.
stuff, and like all the fake everything. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you got. Like I said, if I was a man in this day and age, I wouldn't fuck a girl until I push her in a pool. Like there's just no way. Like there's no way.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
it's-
hair
it's-
and nails all coming out and everything. Like you gotta get under there.
There's a lot of like the redneck shit though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's what I just call it as like a blanket thing. But like I said, they want their redneck Romeo, or like country music is my life, or like holding up
Full
dead animals
camo
and shit, which is
outfit.
like
Or pink camo.
That's
I
a
saw
lot.
a guy with a head
That's a
to toe
lot of
camo
them.
outfit, and I messaged him, and I was like, "Don't see you there in your first pic." Nothing back. Like this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to be funny, you know, and I get
See,
nothing.
at least if
It's
you're a
the same.
redneck, own it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, good, you're like, haha, good one.
Dude,
And
I
then
was
go from
talking
there.
to. I matched with a girl who's literally, she was a vegan. She was a photographer.
Aren't you guys all vegans?
We had no, just me, just us two, and I'm like 98. I'm plant based.
Okay.
I like milk chocolate still.
yeah, you get
We-
high.
Yeah, I get rid. No, and she's a photographer. She's plant based, right? Her Spotify, like, oh, dope, like Scope.
Oh, you know what?
It's all
Sorry
that
to cut
shit.
you off, but
Yeah.
that's huge. If I see someone's like, because it shows your like most played, like a couple
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
If I
yeah.
see just fire, like I'm talking like J. Cole, Middle Child,
Yeah.
some Wu Tang, some something like I'm
Right.
like swiping right all day. Because even if I don't like you, I'm like, well, fuck, talk about music, man.
Exactly.
Like I
Yeah.
can fuck with that. Right?
So like I matched with this girl, And I send her the message like, hey, I like photography and stuff. What kind of camera you use? Like, clearly you're into photography. Like, you are into it. Hey, this camera, period. I'm like, oh, okay.
Why do you even respond at that point?
Yeah,
though?
Maybe
Like,
she
what-
just likes grammar.
Right? Well, because I'm severely lonely. This is why I'm going to keep responding.
No, I meant her,
Oh, I'm going to respond so I get the unmatch.
I meant her. Like, I'm saying, if you're all gonna just say like a Nikon, period. Like,
Yeah,
why?
like-
Why even? Like, you know
that's what I mean. I'm like, oh, you're not even going to put the word, like, the letter U question mark? Like, you don't even care. You don't even. Why are you on here? Why'd you match with me then?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, why the fuck did you match with me?
There's a lot of people that just do it out of like boredom.
Yeah,
I'm one of those.
It's a
I will
game.
admit it.
It's
I
a
am one of
game.
those
Yeah.
people like just sitting around late at night. I'm watching something on TV. I'm like, fuck it, I'll sweat. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, holy shit, I must have been half asleep because this is disgusting. Bam,
Unmatched.
Yeah.
How do you mean game? Just a little more clarification for Mickey there.
I mean, literally, it's a game.
It's a game.
You
Just
just
like
swipe,
the-
you try and get matches, and
It's an attention thing. I honestly think it's like people who
it
start
is.
for attention. They want attention. That's why they put their Instagram, their Snapchat
Sure.
in there. They want the followers.
Yeah.
They want to be some hot shit.
But then it gives you that same thing when I was saying like the false sense of confidence with the guys who are messaging these girls that are out of the league.
Yeah.
It also gives women, because pussy holds the power here, let's just be honest.
No doubt.
But it gives us a false sense of confidence too, because it's like, oh, I got so many matches, blah blah blah. But like in reality, like you're a 6 at best, pushed in the pool maybe a 3.5. Right? So like
That's great.
I had a girl
fucking
match me.
Transformers. Decepticon.
Transformed into a zero.
Literally.
No, I had a girl match me the other day, and after a little bit of bullshit back and forth, she goes, "We're going to Bull and Barrel tonight. You should come." And I was just,
I
like,
would rather die in a grease fire.
no, for real. But like, there's like 8 things wrong with that. For
Right,
me,
yeah, where do I
And I was
start?
just like, oh, not exactly my scene. So she goes, "Oh, what is your scene?" Which I thought was cool because like
That-
maybe
yeah.
this is salvageable, right?
Right.
And so I was like, I don't know, man. Like coffee house with some jazz, fucking reading a book in a sunlit park, hanging out with my dogs or something. Yeah, no doubt.
Super gay.
I gotta admit it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I listed a bunch of like shit, and then there was no response, and I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So
Party
back
girl.
to what I initially. So what are the do's then? We're getting a lot of negatives, and that's what I was saying too. Like from the beginning, you guys are sounding angry, and we're all angry. We get it. But what are some of the do's?
No,
What
I
are
can
some of
actually
the- Good.
list consistent dudes.
So a couple things in your bio or photo wise. What are some do's and don'ts?
Photo wise, if you have anything other than like the standard shit, like ass pics, basic selfies, or like friend group pics at bars, yes, we've all got them. They should be there. So I know that you're a real human.
I
That's
do
cool.
think that women should also include a head to toe picture, like, and I know that sounds like again superficial, blah blah blah, but the guys get
Yeah, it
fat-fished a
is.
lot, right?
It
So like,
is.
I have
Yeah.
a picture of me head to toe, and I'm like, here, this is this is what you're getting. Sorry. So okay, yeah. So you don't want a bunch of girls, the bar.
No,
like,
I
you
don't
get it.
care. Like that's cool. Throw one of those in there, but also like what's a thing that you do?
Yeah,
Just show me
doing
a
shit.
Like, like a picture speaks 1,000 words, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I have a
Like,
picture snowboarding, fishing. Yeah, okay,
Boom.
yeah, okay.
Any
couple
deer
things.
carcass.
Like
Yeah.
here's a,
Yeah, literally.
I guess I asked for it. And then also
AK-47.
Black flag in the background, some illegible writing. Oh, this isn't good.
Jeez. Honestly, if I fucking saw an ISIS supporter, I'd swipe right just because I have to know. Stop.
Why?
No, we're not even letting you go there. Like this isn't even my show, and I'm like, no, don't do it.
we should. We'll get flagged.
So okay, some bio do's and don'ts. Tell me some bio do's and don'ts.
Like, bio do's would be like, honestly, anything you're interested in that is unique. Like, I don't put shit in there.
Taco Tuesday
Right.
and mimosas and brunch with the girl.
But that's
the
the thing.
mimosas.
Like, if you can't even
They're good.
consider that that's shit that either everybody does or it's basic as fuck. Like, or even if it is basic as fuck and you acknowledge it, if you're like, I like going to Starbucks and reading, yeah, it's basic as fuck, but so
I do
do
it.
I.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that your consistent dude list? Or?
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Okay,
Go
so
to
just
Starbucks.
put something like that you enjoy doing
Like
and stuff.
a
or-
sincere characteristic of yourself. I guess
Okay.
sincerity is probably the number one word.
Because in mine, I'll tell you guys a little bit about it, but like mine just has like, I obviously made it into a joke because it's a fucking joke, but
I mean,
The whole
but like I
process.
put like it has a couple facts about me, or just like it says random facts, right? So
Yeah.
it's like I enjoy cooking, you know, I snowboard, I like to paint, blah blah blah, you know, just like random facts like that, and then I like threw something funny in there. I just put like Patrick Swayze ripped someone's throat out in Roadhouse because it happened, and I feel like we should talk about it, you know, and then so and I actually get a lot of messages on that, like
Yeah.
on that fact, like that's a cold hard fact right there,
yeah,
right?
that happened.
Yeah.
It's not a fact. He didn't literally do that.
Don't crush me, okay? Don't
That's
tell
the
me
only
this.
line she's got.
That's all I have. Like, what else? I already said I have no ass. Like, just let me have this,
Let
okay?
her have that
Patrick
Patrick
Swayze.
That's
Swayze
it.
line.
No, I also put Sigourney Weaver must be put in space movies because she's only hot when she's light years away from normal looking.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh man, that's good.
Fact or
That's
not?
fucking amazing, actually.
Hard cold fact right
I
there.
can
Cold
see
hard
it.
fact. Yeah. Okay, so we got some do's and don'ts. What's
What's your dues, Mickey?
Yeah. What
do you
does
look
it for
for?
you?
For me, it's always
Be female.
Must like potatoes.
Yeah, but for me, it's really just being able to keep a conversation afterwards. I really don't care what is like. Obviously, I do. I don't know because like,
What do you look for?
I'm
What-
always honest with
No, no,
women,
okay,
but I
okay,
know
so
some.
What makes you say yes?
I love
Yeah.
a good joke. I love someone who can make fun of themselves,
Right.
And not necessarily like in a depressing sort of way. There's always a peppering of depression in there. Like, let's be
yeah.
honest. But
Oh, yeah, greener
when,
tree than
when
ever,
you
yeah,
can
for sure.
own your own faults and you use them positively.
Like me making fun of my flat ass.
Well, when I made my my Tinder account, you helped me with it, and we just filed like, oh, I'm your basic real-time dwarf or something like that because I'm 5'7" on a good day, right? But we had fun with it.
Yeah, you got to joke
But
around about
I-
that.
I-
Exactly.
I
And you
like
said it
that.
out loud.
Must be from the Shire.
Yeah, it must be from the Shire. Y'all like
Two
hairy
bits again,
feet, but
Do you have hairy feet? I'm just curious.
I wouldn't say that higher than the next
Okay.
person.
That's a
It's
yes.
on there.
That's a hard yes.
All right.
But really, again, I'll agree with Fresh on the sincerity. Like to really just, if you can see a real person in their profile, that really does it for me. Where I can go, I can actually feel like I can talk to this person first of all.
Yeah.
Should we match, or if I was ever on Plenty of Fish again, go, oh, I will message you because you look like someone I would like to engage with.
Gotcha. Okay.
But then everything
makes
after
sense.
that, though, is just like you get those, hey, how's it going?
Oh, everything after that's a
Heard.
shit show. Everything I said everything after that's a shit
Yeah,
show.
it's
terrible.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's almost just like they just make profiles for the sake of making profiles, and then they go about their life.
I have went on more dates. Actually, all of my dates have been with girls I have zero in common with, and all the girls that I match with and have legit shit in common with never talk to me. I just don't understand. I'm just like, what did I do? Like, is that tape on the internet? Like,
They've
I
all
don't know.
seen you.
All right,
We've all seen
I
it,
got
yeah.
one more question for you guys too.
Yeah.
What is the biggest bomb that has been dropped? You already told
Oh, I
us it
got
was
a
someone
great
with
one.
a penis.
no, there's
That wasn't
there's a
even it.
bigger one.
Really? Okay, yeah. So that's my last question for you guys. What is the biggest bomb that's been dropped on you on a date, or whether it was a hookup from a dating app or whatever happened?
So I had the transgender. I had the guy that wanted to suck my wang, and then I matched with this really, really good looking girl. I was like, no way, you're fake.
Yeah.
So she starts talking to me. I'm like, this girl's not fake. This is legit. This is like, I'm like, oh my god, this girl is smoking hot, like just gorgeous. She's got a kid. I'm like, okay, automatically we understand each other because we're parents, right? Like, then we're going. We're talking. She goes, oh, by the way, just laying it out there, I'm also 15 weeks pregnant with my ex's child. I'm like,
Oh, didn't see that coming.
I don't know if I can do that. Like, that's fucking weird.
At least she didn't fuck you and trick you into thinking it was yours.
Right, exactly. Thank you.
Could have been worse.
I mean, she was a super cool person. I still talk to her, but immediately
That's
it
a
was
bomb.
dead in the water. Like,
That's a
I'm
bomb.
not coming. I'm not doing anything romantically with you ever.
I can't fucking touch that. I
Yeah.
got nothing.
And that was the only like girl I've ever been attracted to that's messaged me on dating app. No, that was a bomb.
okay, yeah, that's a bomb. That's a bomb.
Yeah.
How about you?
Jesus.
Any bombs dropped on you?
I can't even think right now. I'm in. Mickey, you got anything?
I think more just for me is just being constantly ghosted. It's just
Oh.
so it's like
Don't laugh. joking.
It's just the
No, it's like, so it sounds like the bomb. They just did fuck it. I'm gonna go find someone else.
All right,
whatever.
I have a story. It's like the ultimate bomb, but it's not me, and it's a guy's story, so it's from a male perspective.
Right.
So I knew a guy, and like he just didn't give a fuck. He would fuck a hole in a picnic table if you let him. It just didn't matter, right? So he's swiping, and like all of me and my friends, guys, girls, we all just show each other our profile. It's funny, right? We make fun of it. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go out with this girl, and we're all just like, dude, this is pretty bad. So we see him the next week, and I'm like, how'd it go? And he's like, oh man, it's so fucked up. Like I got her back to my house. Like we went out for a couple drinks, got kind of drunk, got her back to my house, and I'm thinking, you know, like she came back after the bar, we're gonna smash, whatever. She's like, oh no, I don't think I want to. And he's like, what? Like what is the problem here? Like what's going on? Like this is ridiculous. She's like, oh, I'm like really embarrassed. And he's like, what the fuck is your problem? And she's like, well, you know, I have this hair thing. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, this hair piece thing. And he's like extensions? He's like, my sister has fake nails and extensions. I don't give a fuck, whatever. So he's like, wakes up in the morning and he goes like, touch the side of her head. And he's like, where are they? He's like, were they like those clip-in ones that you put on like, you know, the side of the dresser or whatever? And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, your hair piece. She's like, I said I had herpes.
Oh no, that's terrible.
That's a bomb.
That's a bomb.
That's a bomb.
Did he do it?
Oh, fucking right,
this
he
was
did it. Yeah,
after.
this
Oh, yeah, he
is
did.
post
Oh,
smash.
this is
Yeah,
post-
this is
Oh, okay.
post-smash, yeah.
I just wasn't sure because the way it was going, it looked like they were not going to smash.
Oh no, it happened.
Yes, sir.
It happened. It happened. I mean, it's funny because it's not me, right?
Yeah,
so we can laugh at
exactly.
it. Like,
yeah,
just
that's
laugh at
just
it.
a deep, just like questioning of my life.
Yeah, I got nothing
Can
else.
I hear-
So that's
hear-
it. That's it for me. That's how I'm ending. I'm mic dropping on that.
That's a good one.
I'm
Oh,
dropping
that's
the
a
mic on
bomb.
that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Woo. I got a hairpiece. Oh no, I meant herpes.
Well, when you're drunk, I can see how that's.
Yeah, no, I can too. I'm just like, did I have sex with anyone that had a hairpiece when I was drunk?
Fucking hell, eh?
Oh man.
The faces that you guys are all making right now, I wish that people could see your guys' faces because it's just.
It's just amazing that.
Yeah,
like,
so thanks for having me, guys. Mic
yeah.
drop on that one. It was
that might be the mic drop. That's yeah.
Oh.
I feel bad.
For what? That dude?
Just for everyone.
Just for every soul involved in this.
I mean, you can cut that out, can't you? You don't have to say I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was great.
Okay.
It just is just like wow.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad I deleted all that.
Did you? Are you off?
Yeah, I'm done.
You out of the
I
game?
had made a promise to myself never again.
'Cause,
Never
like,
again.
The last
No,
time
I know,
I
but
saw
never
you,
again.
which
This
was
is no,
this week.
this is 5.0, bro.
Oh, we're at 5.0.
My
Oh wait,
God.
did we hit 4.0? No, we didn't. We didn't even hit 4.0.
Well, if it's
I don't know. I
so
lost track.
if it's so great, maybe we just skip one.
Oh,
'Cause
okay,
it's
we'll just do that.
Magnificent.
Mitch is on different versions.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you
Yeah.
guys
Started
talking
with like
about?
Mitch 1.0.
He's like RoboCop or something. I was like,
1.0
what?
was pretty good, right?
1.0 is probably the
2.0.
best me ever.
Okay.
Then Mitch 2.0,
Yeah.
like 1.5 was shitty.
Yeah.
But Mitch 2.0 was like those guys with missing teeth. He wasn't that bad, but he was bad. Mitch 2.5 was a little bit better. Mitch 3.0's right now.
This
So I
is
think I'm at
3.0?
3.0.
Okay.
So we're gonna be at 4.0 probably by like July.
Did you go for that run last night?
No, and that is why I'm still at 3.0 and not 3.5. I did not. Do that.
Diet starts tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow is always the next day away.
Oh fuck. All right.
All right. I got nothing else.
That was it. That was the mic drop.
Can you
literally.
follow
Yeah,
that?
no,
Like, can you?
No, I think that
Wrapped her up.
I kind of like hearing the other side though. It's really refreshing to know that it's shitty on both
That I
sides.
get taken out for dinner because I'm poor.
No, it's good to know that it seems to be shitty on both sides.
No, I'm just kidding.
And really understanding, especially the ghosting part, actually kind of struck a chord with me. Just kind of thinking, like, yeah, like
It literally does with everyone. Like, it happens to
I didn't realize how
everybody.
devastating it could be.
It happens to
You know what I mean?
everyone.
Because I guess like you're really making yourself quite vulnerable, putting yourself out there like that, like literally to the fucking world.
For sure.
To just be ghosted by a complete random stranger who knows nothing about you, and so much so like when someone, let's say you're in a relationship and you get dumped for cheating on somebody, you go, well, I fucked up and did something bad.
Yeah,
But
this
for
is like
someone to
you don't even know what you did.
Hey,
right?
how's it going? Good. You blah 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 blah. Go back and forth for like 5 days. Gone.
Yeah.
You know what I think's fucked up is you're sitting in a room with fucking say 10 friends. This is a hypothetical.
You don't have
I don't have 10 friends.
I don't think we.
But like, let's say
I don't think all our friends together equal 10 friends.
and you're all telling like your shitty dating stories. It's like I think before these things existed, some of these people probably would have been dating. Like, you know what I mean?
maybe.
Yeah,
It
probably. It
seems to follow logically.
I don't get it.
So we got the do's and don'ts, right? No political, no religious. Try to keep full body selfie for
Have
the
some
women.
sense.
No goatees on men. I cannot stress that enough. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
I feel like that's
good.
a universal thing with all women, no goatees.
Yeah. No.
But the dues are sincerity and.
And just like be honest and
Be you.
Be yourself.
Be you.
And that also doesn't work though. So don't take advice from this podcast.
You can. You're still gonna lose
Hey,
anyway.
you're gonna be as lonely
Yeah,
as
really.
me.
We could have like the best advice and it's still not going to work.
Yeah, it's true.
Fucking all right. Close it up.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Before we do, how did you like it today?
The podcast?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is like the most fun I've ever had. Just like sitting around shooting the shit with you guys. Like this is
Yeah, we
tons
do
of
this a
fun.
lot, so you can come
This
back
is
if
my
you want.
whole life. Like all I do is talk shit.
On podcast?
So
Yes.
not on podcast.
Oh.
So the fact that you guys wanted to record me talking shit is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything.
You
to
can come
me.
back and
All
talk
right,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I think I'm a professional by any means, but I felt like she's like just almost like she's been doing this her whole life, just owned
Talking
it.
shit? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
have.
attest to that.
I am like a grade A shit talker.
No,
Okay?
I just had a lot of fun with this one today.
I had a lot of fun too. Thanks for having me, guys. I got a lot of insight too, and yeah. So if you guys want to join the Die Alone Club, we meet at my house every other Wednesday. So
Sounds
thank you
good.
guys. Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
we're
that was
in.
supposed to be another chapter because we have our own chapter at the Dialogue Club.
Merge.
President.
Yeah, so tune in next time for the amalgamation of the Die Alone Club.